These are the new 11SIX24 power paddles. The 11SIX24 Power Series is a new lineup of high-performance paddles designed for players who want power but don't want to completely sacrifice control. Power paddles have been evolving rapidly, and while many brands focus on pure explosiveness, you know the ones I'm talking about. 11SIX24 has taken a different approach, engineering a power paddle that remains stable, controllable, and easier to dial in. I've spent 2 months testing these paddles, putting them through everything from baseline drives to delicate resets and at the kitchen, over and over and over again. While these paddles pack a good punch, what's more impressive is how they maintain consistency across all shot types. Compared to other power paddles like the Joola 3S lineup in mod, the 11SIX24 Power Series delivers an experience that is both explosive and controlled. While it's not in the power range of the soon-to-be delisted Joola mod, it is in the range of the Joola 3S series, while offering a paddle surface that feels plush compared to slightly stiff. Before diving into the details, a quick disclosure: 11SIX24 sent me these paddles for free, with no obligation or expectations for this review. As always, my thoughts are entirely my own. I also have a promo code, MPB, which saves you $10 at checkout. Using that code helps support this channel, but at no extra cost to you. Now let's get into it. The 11SIX24 Power Series consists of 3 models, each catering to a different playstyle. The Hurache-X is an elongated paddle designed for players who prioritize reach, leverage, and ground stroke power. The longer the paddle, the more force can be transferred to the ball. The Vapor is a hybrid-shaped paddle that balances power and control while maintaining strong maneuverability. The Pegasus features a wide-body shape, offering the largest hitting surface and the highest level of stability and forgiveness in the lineup. While all 3 paddles share the same core technology, their differences in shape, weight distribution, and balance point significantly impact their playability. Starting with the Hurache-X, this paddle is built for players who rely on ground strokes and extended reach to dominate points. If I played singles, I'd use this paddle for additional reach, but as I am mainly a doubles player, I find this paddle to be versatile throughout the entire court. In other words, you don't just have to play singles to enjoy the way this paddle feels. The Hurache-X has a static weight of 8.16 ounces with a swing weight of 116.4 and a twist weight of 6.5. Its balance point sits at 23.6 centimeters, and in testing, serve speeds averaged 56.2 miles per hour, while punch volleys measured in at 38.4 miles per hour. In terms of percentile rankings, its swing weight is in the 3rd percentile, meaning it has one of the lightest swing weights among the paddles in my database, while its twist weight is in the 68th percentile, indicating above average stability. The static weight places it in the 94th percentile, making it one of the heavier paddles in my paddle database. Serve speed falls in the 71st percentile, meaning it is faster than most paddles I've tested, while its punch volley speed ranks in the 92nd percentile, confirming that this paddle excels in high-speed hand battles and aggressive play. Moving on to the Vapor, which is by far my favorite shape because I like the way it plays, feels, and looks, more so than the others in the lineup. This paddle is the most balanced of the 3 in terms of power and control. It has a static weight of 8.29 ounces, a swing weight of 116.3, and a twist weight of 7.2. The balance point sits at 23.6 centimeters, and the paddle's serve speed averaged 56.4 miles per hour, while punch volleys clocked in at 38 miles per hour. Its swing weight is also in the 3rd percentile, making it one of the lightest in that category, while its twist weight is in the 92nd percentile, meaning it provides excellent torsional stability. The static weight is in the 75th percentile, placing it on the heavier side, but not extreme. Serve speed is in the 76th percentile, confirming that the Vapor is an excellent choice for players looking to add pace to their game. Punch volley speed is in the 83rd percentile, reinforcing the idea that this paddle offers strong pop on quick exchanges around the court. The Pegasus is the most forgiving model in the lineup, with the widest hitting surface and increased stability. It has a static weight of 8.32 ounces, a swing weight of 111.15, and a twist weight of 7.8. The balance point is slightly lower than the other 2 paddles, sitting at 23.3 centimeters. Serve speed measured at 55.8 miles per hour, and punch volleys were recorded at 37.8 miles per hour. The swing weight percentile, like the other models, is in the 3rd percentile, keeping it among the lightest weight paddles in my database. However, its twist weight is in the 94th percentile, making it one of the most stable of the 3 models and certainly in my database. The static weight ranks in the 75th percentile, while serve speed is in the 62nd percentile, making it slightly slower than the other 2 models. Punch volley speed ranks in the 80th percentile, reinforcing its role as a controlled power paddle rather than an all-out power hitter. Beyond the numbers, what makes these paddles stand out is the unique core construction. Each model features a 3-layer face that consists of carbon fiber on the outer layers and fiberglass in the middle layer. The fiberglass layer plays a critical role in power generation, particularly on drives and punch volleys. Since the fiberglass does not directly contact the core, the paddle maintains a good amount of dwell time, which enhances ball pocketing and allows for better control and spin, along with a softer but not too soft feeling. Now, if that fiberglass layer were placed directly on the core, the paddle would feel much stiffer, similar to the all-court series from 11SIX24. Instead, this construction creates a well-balanced combination of power and control, making these paddles easier to dial in compared to many other power paddles. On the court, the 11SIX24 Power Series feels like a natural extension of an aggressive player's game, and I don't say that lightly. The power output is comparable to the Joola 3S series, but with a sharper, more immediate response. The punch volleys feel crisp and fast, likely when your ball reaches into that fiberglass layer, and the extra dwell time makes it easier to play shots without overshooting. Unlike many power paddles that require an adjustment period to control the pop, the 11SIX24 power paddles feel intuitive from the start. The sweet spot is also larger than expected in these well-balanced paddles, making mishits less punishing and ensuring a more consistent response across the entire face. Spin is another strong suit for these paddles. With RPM readings exceeding 2300, they rank among the top performing paddles in the database. The carbon fiber surface grips the ball well, and the layered construction allows for heavy topspin generation. This is especially useful for players who rely on aggressive passing shots, dipping third shot drives, or sharp angles at the kitchen. Compared to something like the Joola 3S, the 11SIX24 Power Series offers slightly better dwell time and control, making it a more forgiving option for those who want spin without sacrificing too much precision. Despite their power-focused design, these paddles perform surprisingly well in the soft game. Resets are easier than on most power paddles, though they still require a refined touch. For comparison, playing resets with a paddle like the Mod or Ripple can feel frustrating due to the excessive pop or bounce off the paddle face. But the 11SIX24 Power Series makes those adjustments far more manageable. I also experimented with weight customization, specifically on the Vapor model. I added 0.5 grams per inch of tungsten tape from Pickleball Effect, from the end cap under the stock grip up the neck about 6 to 8 inches. This adjustment lowered the balance point, making the paddle feel even more stable. After a month, I removed the weight to experiment with the paddle in its stock form, and I actually preferred it without any modifications. The paddle already feels well balanced. So unless you have a specific need or preference for altering weight distribution, I don't think most players will need to add additional weight. All right, one dink, everybody knows the rules. It's time for the rating, and I'm going to rate the collection instead of each paddle individually. The power lineup from 11SIX24 is an 8.9, and here's why. If you were to take a well-balanced control paddle and amplify both its power and control characteristics, you'd have the 11SIX24 Power Series. What makes this lineup unique is that it achieves good power without sacrificing much control, a rare combination in the power paddle category. Unlike most power-focused paddles that force you to compromise on control, the 11SIX24 Power Series maintains the refined touch you'd expect from an all-court paddle, while delivering the performance of a power paddle on the lower end of the power spectrum. These paddles are best suited for experienced players who want a high-performance paddle without losing control. If you are a player who thrives on powerful drives, aggressive play at the kitchen, and heavy topspin, the 11SIX24 Power Series could be an excellent choice for you. If you struggle with resets on other power paddles, you will likely find these much easier to control. However, these paddles are not for beginners. But I see no shortage of beginners playing with the Joola 3S or Vanguard Power Air. So what do I know? While they are more controllable than most power paddles, they still require, let's call it, proper paddle mechanics to handle the speed and power. If you are new to the game, a dedicated control paddle would be a better fit. Instead, check out the Jelly Bean line from 11SIX24, which comes in these same 3 shapes. Overall, the 11SIX24 Power Series is one of the most well-balanced power paddle lineups I've tested. They offer elite spin, excellent power, and a surprising level of control. At $169, less with my discount code MPB, these paddles are positioned at a highly competitive price point, especially when compared to some of the more expensive options in the power paddle market. If you're interested in picking one up, use promo code MPB to save $10 at checkout, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you played with other power paddles like the Joola 3S, Mod, Ripples, I'd love to hear what you think about these and how they compare. So that's it. That's the review. Let me know in the comments. Would you main this paddle, or is there another one you'd prefer more? I'd also appreciate it if you would like this video, comment below with your thoughts, and subscribe to this channel for future updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.